All right, hey guys, this is Frog Slicer. We're doing the long-awaited coverage of my games from Ribbit 4. This is Ribbit 4, I'm pretty sure. I have with me my homeboy Stealth Ninja, who's been with me for a lot of these replays. He doesn't really play Yu-Gi-Oh, but he loves watching these. And I have my captain for my team, Snack, my team Crow's Nest. So if you guys want to say hey, say hey.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, we're here to watch the games back.
All right. So we were getting into it a little bit before. So I was just saying I don't really remember these games very much. I actually had a really bad night immediately before this tournament. I just got a cold, so I slept like maybe 4 hours before the tournament, which is really a bad feeling to start off the day. So I made some really questionable plays. I probably made more mistakes across this entire tournament than any of the other tournaments. But also it's a new deck. If you guys haven't seen, I added to my channel an explanation for the new combo. Really exciting breakthrough. We can go ahead and jump right into it then. So you guys are going to have to help me remember a little bit because I'm not entirely sure when I need to be breaking through things. But Stealth Ninja was saying earlier that he remembered this guy as making me have to play things out.
Definitely. I remember this was the first game, and I was really worried that Keegan was gonna, because there's a time limit on this combo, and I was really worried that you might have to run into time specifically in this one because you had to play out the entire combo.
Yeah, no, that's true. So not only is this the first round, so it's the most important. Like if I lose this one, I'm holding up the tournament and potentially getting my deck banned, so that's scary. I had a really friendly conversation with Keegan before. He was considering reducing the time, which he may still, reducing the time from 15 minutes of a turn to 10 minutes on a turn, which is fair, but it makes comboing a lot harder, a lot more stressful. And when it's more stressful, it's easier to mess up, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, I think it gives your opponent an opportunity to like force you to play things out when otherwise it's like assumed you would have won. Like everyone understands like you can play it out. And it looks like I lost RPS, which is a really bad feeling. I knew this was Black Wings, which somehow I didn't get. I got a bye. Right? I didn't push ladder at all. I haven't played a ranked match in like 3 weeks or something. And I get a bye just because I didn't lose enough after the last tournament, I guess. But yeah, I knew that, so I was able to scout this match before, and I knew he was on Black Wings, and I was praying that, because he ended up beating a quick draw player. And I was praying I get to play against quick draw. I was like, that is such an easy win for me.
Right.
And then I lose the die roll.
We saw in the first tournament you were in where you played James and he was on quick draw. It's like the deck is so slow, it doesn't have a lot of interaction and all that stuff, and it can't kill you fast, so it gives you more turns to set up and everything.
That's exactly right. And then my hand is good. It's really good. And it was just scary that, luckily this was a bluff. I had no idea what this was. And I am just now realizing this. He only had 5 cards.
Oh, did he not draw for turn?
He didn't draw for turn.
Wow.
What?
And
he made me play
here that he's new to Dueling Book. Yeah.
He says he's new to Dueling Book. Okay, so that's a simple mistake. But he wasn't new to Yu-Gi-Oh! Or I guess it's Black Wings. You never know. How new they are, but so here we're doing typical combo stuff. We were able to do Fishborg for Substitute, and we had a backup Fishborg too. So if he was on main deck Crow, we were covered. So this is a really good hand, but I had to play around one back row.
1-for-1's good.
It's so good. Like yeah, we're not doing anything crazy here. Let's just go ahead and pause it though, because I used a Unifrog to clear his one back row. I was like, okay, we're gonna poke. I could have, depending on what he had, I could have reset. I could have like brought out a Swap Frog or something to balance a Substoad, or I don't know. If it's one back row, it feels so much better to just clear out of the way before you go crazy. And here I'm just digging. I'm doing it safe with the Dupe Frog because I don't want to peter out into nothing. Once I run out of poison draws, which here I'm about to. These are my only 2 draws. So if I don't draw an Exodius, a Pot of Avarice, or a Salvage and a Murray, then I end my combo here. So you want to end on a Dupe Frog in case that happens. Yeah. But yeah, so we got the Dandy, and that's a new version. If you want to see, I have videos talking about this now. It's really, really complicated. We're going to go over it. But hey, I used those 2 poison draws, and I got 2 upstarts, and those 2 upstarts got me the extender I needed. And I gave it my battle phase, which you kind of should. Especially if it's safer to continue comboing from there. Because at the end of the day, the combo is designed to be played to like an FTK, where you're setting up a stable board and you're going into it. So the result's all the same. If you give up your battle phase to clear back roads, it's just good.
Yeah,
we're
I
going
think in the
through it.
games that I've seen you play, like pretty much every time you open a 1-4 you just win.
Yeah. It depends though, because sometimes the minus hurts more than it should. And this is a game where it definitely could have. Like, we were really close. We were riding the razor's edge.
Yeah, getting into the double upstarts really helped you dig further.
Yeah, that was nice. And here we're doing all the cool new stuff. I'm keeping track of how many poison draws and swaps I have in my deck. So that was a weird case where I array back 2 swaps. But yeah, we're just doing combo stuff here. I did learn here. We're gonna see me use Pot of Avarice and send back a Death Frog. Yeah. So I have 3 Exodius. This is the only way you really cleanly make 2 Stardusts, is if you use Pot of Avarice to put back a Death Frog at the end. Because then you make a Stardust and then you use an Exodius to make the second Stardust. And yeah, in this case, I had an extra Exodius. So I didn't have to use any Exodius to go through my deck. So that was just really good. And that's what happens when all of your extenders are way down in the bottom of your deck. Like, once you get to that portion, which Dandelion helps you get there, then it's just, you have so much card advantage. It's just crazy.
At this point, the guy's probably wondering, like, what's going on here?
Wait, he was already salty. And, you know, he was a little frustrated. He communicated it because, I mean, it's an annoying way to start your tournament for sure. But, here. Wait. You didn't have anything. He was just bluffing. That's so funny. But yeah, so I make the Sable Board with Stardust, and we have some bluffs. Doesn't matter. This is just in case he had MST or something. It's just way too much respect and fear for Blackwings. And here I tell him... so first we make a Miststorm, because we have to clear out this back row. It's a bottomless. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get to that point, because I start talking to him here in a sec. And this is the first time I get to do that cool play, where I use my extra... I have my thumbs out, like you guys can see. I do my extra normal summon by getting rid of a Death Frog, by getting rid of a Dupe Frog to pull back Death, tribute summon the Death with my extra normal, make a Mistworm, and then use the substitute I have in hand to, like, reset. So I get to poke, you know, interact with you before I commit too much to my crazy stuff. And I'm going to do that a lot. But I just let it go because it just doesn't matter. Or, I guess I get Spanish, so that was a mistake. But oh no, Iron.
Right.
Wait, can you not activate
Wait,
this?
you can't activate that.
Yeah.
That's a legal activation.
That's funny. All right, so that's a brain fart number 1. Let's see how many happens. But yeah, so I safely cleared his stuff, and I said, okay, you know, I'm gonna leave your monster. And I said I have game Colossal Army Arm, and I'm just basically telling him, like, hey, this is infinite. You know, believe me, Scoop, please.
Yeah.
Because it's really odd, like double Stardust with Iron Roll. What is Blackwings even gonna do?
Yeah.
But
no back row.
Damage stat.
And he said I have
When
something
he
in the
said
damage
that,
stat.
I was just like, no.
Yeah.
Like, you
Well,
don't. It's...
I thought he had 1, but I'm pretty sure, I'll do the math later. I should have done it before this video, but I'm pretty sure if you have 3 Army Arms on a Shura and you drop triple Colute, I still win. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'd have to do the math, but
in the very
Army Arms
least,
would trigger 3 times.
in the very least, I don't die that turn. I don't die in that moment, and then I can reset and bounce your stuff, and all you have is a Shura. So like the game's over. And he's just like telling me, "Well, just do it." I'm like, "Okay, I'm trying to tell you, it takes a long time." So
Yeah.
I'm fine doing it. I don't mind doing it, but I don't want to hold up the tournament on round 1. And this is the recurring theme. It's not the rules that have been a problem here. It's been the round 1 players not knowing and then forcing me to demonstrate. So the shortcuts are great, and I do them. You'll see I do a copy pasta. I think it's the only time I do it the entire tournament, where I say, I'm declaring this is an infinite loop. And he's just trying to
also
tell me
didn't
to
help. He didn't understand the Exodus stuff, so you didn't have
Yeah.
to keep putting it back and forth.
Right. So, and this is also annoying because we have people watching me, and now I get a round 1. I'm showing off immediately how my combo works. You know, if I end up getting into the finals, there's a perfect demonstration. That doesn't happen, but I'm definitely happy with my performance. I got a top 24 again, so I'm gonna get a little trophy next to my name. Another one.
Another.
But yeah, so all you're doing is digging. I was saying in my video, I kind of figured out right there in that moment that you can do the perfect Dandelion stuff. But I won the coin flip. I don't even think I had to repeat once. And all you're doing is digging for Dandy, using the +2 to draw for a very specific card. and you declare it because you're putting it back. It's the one card you're not taking out of your deck with Exodius. And that's another thing. So the shortcut I'm doing, he actually mentioned it here, is I summon the Exodius and I send everything back. The shortcut I'm doing is the frogs that would go to the deck and immediately back to the grave, I just leave in the grave. And he's like, well, that doesn't make sense, so I had to explain that. That was a little frustrating.
Yeah, I remember thinking that I was like worried, because I forgot that you could just make Brio and bounce your own back row. Because I was like, oh no, are we going to have room for the 3 armory arms? But
yeah, and then I had to do that. And then, so when I realized I had to do that, I was like, well, just because I told him I was going to Colossal him doesn't mean I have to. And if he says I have something in the damage step, then he might have a Clute, and I didn't want to do the math right there. If he's going to make me play it out, I might as well do it the way I've always done it. So that's why I changed it, because I had to make the Brio to clear the back row. I didn't have to, actually. I could have just played the upstart. But I was like, I had to make the Brio. Because once you do the infinite draw...
I thought that they must be like, something else. I was like, oh no, he set too many bluffs.
Yeah, it's just more steps. And everyone else was understanding, so it really should just be like a round 1 problem.
Yeah.
And I know I can do this in 15 minutes, so it's just not that big a deal. But it has generally taken me about 13.
This is the point where I'm messaging you saying he doesn't understand. You need to get someone in here to send him a message or something.
Yeah, you told me if he does this again, round 2 or 3, that I need to get a judge. Which he did. I started arguing with him a little bit.
Yeah, at some point I was like, because we were talking in our chat, we were watching this game, and we were just like, you just gotta stop talking to him. He's just slowing you down. I was so worried about you hitting the time limit, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure, like, if he's asking me questions, I have to answer them. That shouldn't go against me on the time limit.
Right. No, I know.
I'll get like a warning or something, like instructions or something.
Yeah.
And that's at the end of the day, I was never afraid because I'm as respectful as I humanly can, and I'm doing everything I can to make the tournament go faster. So I said, hey, there it is. He said, that could be accomplished in 5 minutes. I'm telling him, no, it objectively could not have.
It definitely can't.
Trust me, it can't.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, so that was game 1. Whoops, I meant to pause. So he opens up with a Thunder King and 1 relevant back row, and my hand is okay. I don't have practice playing this version of the deck against any real human, so I was told by Dimitri, who gave me the Dandelion idea, that let's go into that a little bit. So he said, hey, why don't you try Dandelion? And I said, no, it won't work. And he said, why? And I said, you don't have the monster zones. And he said, okay. And then like later that evening, I tried like a million configurations. I made a replay that took me like 2.5 hours to make, and I was like, okay, I figured it out. And then this deck was born. But yeah, so you get a +2 with Dandy. So yeah, but he said he would set this a lot turn 1 and use it as a combo initiator. With this hand, we're not feeling so comfy, especially with this face down oppression. So I'm pretty sure I lose this game.
I know that Carpath was talking about using, so this one uses Dandy instead of the Thunder Dragons. And I remember Carpath was talking about using Volcanic Shell. I tried to make that one work too, and it was like, no, I think this is just worse than Thunder Dragon. But
right, and that's the thing, is like that's such a direct translation that it, and I even argued. I said, hey, it has some uses that are kind of cool, but like we didn't consider the other +1. And there's also another +1 I was considering, which is Penguin Soldier and Night Assailant. You can do it with Penguin Soldier and Night Assailant.
Wow, that's really fun.
Because you can send Penguin Soldier with Swap Frog, so it'll be in your grave all the time. But it's just a +1. But yeah, I'm just gonna Blackwinged here, and even if I get anything, I don't have a sweeper to back me up, so I would need both a back row clearer and a Substitute at that point, or a salvage. So I had plenty of draws that were good, but not playing through oppression. And oh man, I didn't realize how good my hand was both games. I was just about to complain about how I bricked. But not here.
Yeah, I think I lost connection for a second, came back to this game, saw 1 for 1. I was like, oh, he has it. All right.
It's exactly the same one, yeah. And this was another one, playing around Crow, because I had two Fishborgs. So we're just doing it.
Yeah, and he's got nothing.
I think I kind of whiff here a little bit. Oh, I think this is a mistake. Not the salvage. We'll see. I swear I messed up here in some way. I'm pretty sure I messed up in some small way in every single match of the tournament, which is unlike me. So this is a little less greedy than I've been doing in my practice rounds, but I know it's correct. Oh yeah, that was horrible. Drawing triple swap frog there. That's like literally the only thing I don't want to see, because now I have to minus to get pot of average to keep going. But luckily I draw another one, so it's like really good luck, really bad luck at the same time. And I just have to minus so hard just to clear it out of the way. That we don't care about.
Okay, so now he's saying like in modern you say NHT, no hand traps. He's saying I have no interruptions, just do your thing.
That's funny. Well, yeah, I usually ignore the potential crow. I always ignore it with my actions. If they have it, they have it. But when it comes to asking, I'll ask for the first Avarice and the first Fishborg, and then never again. Because if they didn't do it then, when are they going to do it? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, here we're just feeling real good. I might have even fast forward something relevant.
I'm gonna go make a ham sandwich and be back.
I
missed that part.
If I was like more toxic, I was not really considering, but I was thinking it'd be funny to just pass turn right then and then get him a 2-minute warning in a game loss. But I didn't believe him. That was funny. Oh yeah, I think I did something cool with Murray to put back Death Frog to make this. I sided in my body for the deck dev.
So what do you side out? Because I was looking at your deck and I'm like, I have no idea what to side out
I don't
anymore.
even know what I did. Dimitri and I talked about it we probably spent like 4 hours over two separate days talking about it, and I think like that just bounced off me. I took like basically nothing from it. So when I felt really, really confused, I would look at the spreadsheet we made and then make a call. But I was like, I don't agree with this, and I would just do something random. The biggest one is bringing in the second dandy. Bringing the second dandy has been really nice. And yeah, here I got unlucky, so I had to make one Stardust. But I also thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I think Flip Flop's actually better against Blackwings, because a lot of their removal that I'm going to disrupt is like an Icarus. So I can force the Icarus by flipping the Flip Flop, and then do my stuff. And anything else, like, you know, I just have my body to back it up. I was like, you know what? This is fine. So I didn't really worry about it. And a lot of times it is. Like, I'm spoiled because the original version of the deck, I would always make this exact board. But I'm spoiled because a lot of my practice runs, I have 2 Stardusts. This is kind of an annoying draw for sure. But I thought it was really silly he added this Clute.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. And yeah, I think he attempts to activate this, right? Okay. I thought he was making a sandwich. And yeah, this is a misplay. So that's misplay number 2 in this match. I definitely should have done this end of turn, because one of these could have been a solemn. If it's a solemn, I have lethal, so it's not that end of the world.
True.
But yeah, we're just doing the regular safety play, and now he's starting to complain a little bit. And yeah, that's when I finally understand he's just asking me incorrectly.
Right.
And I said, you know, I'm just going to make a bunch of random stuff. Because in my mind, this was silly. Like, why do I need to do this? I can tell you what it is, and you can stop. You know, because my hand doesn't look like this when I do this. Like, so it's like you need to visualize it to conceptualize it. But it is a brand new combo, so I don't blame him. But I did already do this match 1, or game 1. So.
Right. Yeah. See, I was like, it's just like a communication problem where like he's trying to say just get to the end, like just show me what you end on. We're not like actually do the loop or anything. Yeah.
And I guess I should have asked this sooner. Like, do you want to just see that my extra deck has these cards? Like,
yeah, I guess. Like, I mean, I was thinking the same thing you were thinking, where he's like, just do it without doing the loop, and I'm like, well, okay, that doesn't make any sense. That's like impossible.
I mean, tournament wise, you did the right thing, like playing it out. Like, you can't just put the cards on the table and be like, this is how it works.
Although, I mean, most people understand. I think describing it makes sense, and if they're being stubborn, then just start doing it because I'm on a clock. If I wasn't on a clock, then maybe I could like spend more time explaining it. But that's what this time in between tournaments is for. This is spread awareness time. So, but yeah, that's it for the first match. We're gonna keep going on to the next one. You guys should watch this as a playlist. Stopping.